everyone. Welcome to the Tsar. Whereupon we are trying to find Ketzenko and see what other shenanigans may be afoot. A lot of movie posters over here.
Huh. Another lupus movie. Jeez. Is there nothing today they're not trying to sell with this guy?
Whoa, don't be rude, Sonny. Lupus is a timeless genius.
Timeless?
Have you seen Predator City? God, I'm still getting chicken bumps. But wait, who's that next to him?
A rabbit.
Cassandra Ruby Faye. Nah, never heard of her.
New and upcoming?
Cassandra Ruby Faye. Oh, gods, even her name makes me go weak in the knees.
Marty, please.
Watch your blood pressure, pal.
Don't mind me, just women and guns are my only weakness.
Yeah, but you're weak for every woman.
Huh. No shit.
He has the case, he has the girl, he has the gun, he is the alpha. Bogan?
You think this is one of those movies where the femme fatale gets everything in the end and the poor detective's left stranded?
Yep, just like life.
Oh. Picture where they... Wow. Wow. Well, the puns are too powerful. Hicks Poodle, Claire Turmoil, and Shiny Murder, my tweet.
Ooh, I've seen this. Hicks Poodle plays a private eye, hired to look for a woman, then gets into some kind of blackmail thing that's connected to the first case, and...
Hey, Marty?
What, yeah?
I don't give a shit.
Wow! Sonny, please. Pretend. Veronica Kate and Robert Fodder. This done for hire.
Oh, I know this Fodder guy. He was kinda good in Death of the Horse.
You've seen every clucking movie.
Kind of feels that way.
You know, Laura and I go to the movies a lot. When was the last time you went?
At least you go with someone.
Exactly 12 years ago.
Oh.
Oh, you remember that precisely? Let me guess. Molly?
Yep, our very first date.
I don't know how good it could have gone if you've only gone once. On the first date. You were married, right?
What did you watch?
I don't remember. I just remember her. And nothing else.
You're a clucking poet. I mean it.
One more? Nope. Nope. Now we're checking out The Henchman. Henchman! Look at him.
This guy is certainly not a gangster henchman.
How can you tell?
Of course he's not.
Is it? Alright. Nope, they're not interactable. Fox fella. Hello, fox
A
fella.
fox is a wolf who sends flowers.
What?
What?
Oh, nothing. I read it somewhere.
Fascinating. I didn't know you could read.
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
He's got to read the gun manuals. To be fair. Ooh. Empty stage?
I was hoping to have missed the main event.
You're a rusty old cock, that's why.
So says the little butt jam.
But what? That's not even a word.
It is now, all because of you. You should feel honored. Butt jam.
You know, Sonny, sometimes you're like an evil little child.
I feel like some of my friends would absolutely call me Sonny at this point because I'm pretty sure I have definitely made up words on the spot to call them. Like an evil little child. Big Buck! This man, the Big
So,
Buck.
where the hell is Natasha?
Let's ask that stud over there with those nice gals.
That guy looks way too horny for my taste.
It's because of the antlers, isn't it?
Oh man, your sense of humor is bad as ever.
You just need to get used to it again.
What
Boo this man. That horse has a mane. Jesus.
She has pretty long legs. I mean, pretty and long legs for a squirrel, but I don't want to be prejudiced.
We're not here to stare at pretty squirrels. We're here to investigate, remember?
Well, I guess I should talk to this big bird that's just staring me down.
Hey, there's Fillmar.
Filmer!
Who? Oh, yes. Fillmar. Because that's what he calls himself, right?
You know him well?
We had some seriously wild cases together, yes.
We did?
Mainly in Averia, way before Clawville. Another place and another life.
Sounds good. Like the blurb of some cheap pulp fiction book.
Yeah, and was the exact opposite. But the old bird's worth saying hi to.
Be like, hello.
Well, well, if it isn't the great detective, Marlowe.
Blow me, Sonny. You know I don't use that name anymore.
Oh.
Okay, Mr. Dumbass alias Phil Marlowe.
So says someone who tried to go undercover with a Feather Pillow Mafia is a turkey. Right, Mr. Turk Cayman?
We're really working with some highbrow comedy.
Hey, that was a long time ago. I was young.
And I stick to my principles and my stupidity. Phil Marlowe, and that's that. Don't rile me up, you old fart.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I'm a little clucked tonight.
I know the feeling, pal. By the way, what are you two doing here? You stick out a bit. Are you here for a good old-fashioned beating?
I'm not a fan of the beak and how it wiggles on him.
We stick out? Man, you look terrible. Like someone who sat on an electric pole.
Don't even ask. I feel exactly like that.
Oh?
You want a case?
5 feet tall, half of that legs. Angelic voice, demonic eyes. Just the usual.
Oh, boy.
And you?
Something like that. Just don't know the exact numbers yet. A dame named Natasha. She called us here. If I'm not mistaken, the joint is hers.
Yeah, she owns the joint, amongst others. Well, good luck, guys. That broad has a reputation. She's not the kind to toy with, if you know what I mean.
Thanks for the tip.
Any useful information?
For free?
Stop clucking around, Fillmar.
All right, but just because of the old days. Look for me after you've talked to her. You wouldn't understand what I have to say about her before then. Don't leave unless you're thrown out, in which case, you know the drill. We don't know each other, I'll deny you in a blink.
Good to see you too, old pal. We'll be back.
Oh. We're moving on. Oh. Oh, or we're not? Okay, well. We got 2 people over here that I guess some new people showed up on the other side. Fancy whiskey.
Look, Sonny, I know it's not my place, but Laura's father went to that guy when his, problems had gone too far.
You're treading on thin ice, Marty.
No, I just... Look, fellas at the station are talking, All kinds of things. Moses, Plato, Bosco, and the others.
Talking, eh? About what? About why Blood Boil took my badge? About what an untrustworthy alcoholic wreck I am?
Look, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.
Good. And let it stay that way.
At least we're cracking this one together, yeah?
Sure, Marty.
Oh, we did buy it. I knew we liked alcohol. I wasn't sure if we were full alcoholic.
2 whiskeys, kid. And no horsing around.
Is that racist?
I've never heard that one before. Sonny, you gotta drive,
Yeah, you're right, Marty. Hey, Longface, give me a glass of tap water, too, okay?
Yes, sir. Coming right up. That wasn't exactly what I meant.
Well, we're not exactly going to get a lot of information out of him now.
Tell me, hey Breath, have
my
you
God.
seen Natasha tonight?
Marty, stop Sonny.
Not yet, sir, but she's coming on soon.
Well, can you tell me anything about Mr. Ibn Wessler?
Sir, I don't want to.
What about, let's see, $5 maybe?
Son of a bitch, he's rich.
But, sir, you haven't even paid for your drinks yet. Yeah, stop riding on the details, Big Nose. You do your job, and we'll do ours, okay?
I mean, we're not here for work, of course. We're just here to relax.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Just a little fun. Of course, gentlemen.
Naturally, I got nothing out of that. Excellent. Did new people show up? I definitely saw a new people. Aha! I'm looking.
That woman with Ibn, I think I know her from somewhere.
Maybe in your dreams, pal.
Wow. Can I talk with her?
The memories are returning.
Are they?
Geez, just spare me the dirty details.
Yeah?
Geez.
Oh, okay. Even I look.
Isn't that...
Yes, it
Yes.
is. The great Ibn Wessler, in the flesh. So much for our incognito.
You think he noticed us?
Only if he's not entirely blind.
Great.
Then we should introduce
Just
ourselves
act
first one.
nonchalant, my friend.
No, it can't be.
What now?
Is that Olivia?
No, Marty.
Olivia?
Hey, Olivia.
Are you talking to me?
It's me, Marty McChicken.
Oh, God.
I agree.
What a pleasant surprise. The Rooster Coppers in person.
It's me, the Rooster Coppers.
Chicken police. But yeah, Mr. Wessler, you could say so. The name's...
Sunny Featherland, of course, of course. Chicken Police. Your partner is, he is,
Marty McChicken. Sir, I just introduced myself to your lady companion seconds ago.
oh yeah. I'm so happy to see you.
Hello, boys.
So, to what do we owe this pleasure, gentlemen?
Yeah, so, we were, just in the neighborhood, and...
Cut the crap, Marty. All right, we're here for your sweetheart, Natasha.
Oh, I see.
No big deal. Just a blackmail thing. You know, horrifying threats written on the wall with blood-red paint. The usual stuff. You must be familiar with this kind of thing.
Oh yeah, indeed. It's, nasty business. But I didn't know Natasha hired a detective because of this simple matter. But to be honest, I understand. I would have taken matters into my own hands, you see. But I'm kind of busy.
Mr. Wessler had a meeting with Attorney General Hamtaro yesterday, so he's rather tired. If you would excuse us.
Oh, dear Olivia, it's okay. These gentlemen are just doing their job, right? And if I've heard correctly, they're notoriously thorough. So, how can I help you?
We've got a few questions, if you don't mind.
Just a
I'm
couple.
at your service.
Interesting. I'm looking.
Geez.
Oh, all right. Questions.
Nice bunker you got here.
Well, thank you, but it's not mine. Not anymore. But I'm sure you already know that. Listen, detective. If you want to know something, please ask straight, huh?
All right, Mr. Wessler, let's make this a bit more professional.
Does that mean I'm gonna put on a hat?
I'm not as exciting as people tend to believe. I grew up in a poor family of many siblings. I'm the only one still alive, unfortunately.
Sorry to hear.
My career started with a shoe store, and now, here I am.
Were you making the shoes?
I wouldn't call that an average life. Shoe store owner to mob boss.
How dare you speak to Mr. Wessler like that?
Leave it, Olivia, dear. It's just provocation.
I'm sorry if I offended you, Mr. Wessler. Shall we talk about something else?
Everybody knows Mr. Hayworth. He's an antique piece of furniture in this city, so to speak.
Only a bit worn out.
It's not my fault that he's so much in debt, Detective. But the
true.
name of his family still rings quite loud in Clawville.
Does it?
Is that still worth anything?
The name is just their name, of course, but the man behind the name is another matter, Mr. Featherland.
You're a pragmatic rat.
Thank you.
Oh.
Look, Detective.
Yes.
If you want to know something, just ask.
All right, Mr. Wessler.
Got the big
Has
ass.
your assistant been working for you long?
Are you talking about me?
Yes, I'm talking about you, ma'am.
Let me answer your question then. I've been in Mr. Wessler's employment for 6 months. Why do you ask?
Oh, just routine questioning, you know. Most of them aren't good for anything. Just killing time.
It sounded rude to me.
Yeah, please forgive a detective. Olivia's a real firecracker.
I feel like I have just been badgered at by the video game for playing the video game.
Wessler is a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. I can't just pin him against a wall. Yet.
Yet. Tricky. Detective meter. Oh no! Is it starting down there because of the extra questions I asked, or no? Oh no.
How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
And now?
Now I'm kind of interested. But I wouldn't call it blackmail yet. They're just empty threats. There were no demands.
Good point.
Thank you. Are we done?
No, not quite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Tricky and mistrustful.
You seem a very busy man. May I ask what you do?
It's, uninteresting.
Would you elaborate?
I got a small share in the meat substitute business. If the new product works, maybe we can make your job easier.
You mean reduce predation in Clawville?
There are such plans. If you're interested, talk to Olivia, my assistant. She's an expert in what she does, unlike me.
I may just do that.
Thank you. That's it for now.
Okay. I don't think he would have done it. So I'm gonna go with this one.
You're very taciturn, Mr. Wessler, though I've heard you're quite the speaker.
Look, I'll gladly talk to anyone about business,
Yeah.
and even happier to talk about art. But I'm no fan of interrogation on a night out. Are you even on duty?
Sorry for any offense, Mr. Wessler. Wessler is tougher than I thought. And he's
Quick-tempered.
secretive. It's time to gently beat around the bush.
No! Quick-tempered, tricky, mistrustful, secretive. Similar incidents?
Were there any similar incidents in Natasha's past? I mean, threats, blackmail, enemies or insane fans, psychopath pianists, perhaps.
Never mind.
I don't know about enemies, but she's a celebrity. A star shining bright in Clawville's night sky. Do you understand? She gets endless fan mail. It could be anybody. I wouldn't overreact.
Natasha doesn't
Reacting.
feel that way.
I've noticed.
Everything all right between you two?
Is everything all right between you and Natasha?
Yeah, you don't beat around the bush, do you? Understandable, I guess. Naturally, our relationship is stable and perfect. I'm the setting, she's the gemstone. Yeah, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
I rarely hear such poetry, but I understand exactly what you mean, Mr. Wessler.
So, you have your answer.
No recent friction?
Wouldn't you like to know?
It would make my job easier.
Yeah, it would only lead you astray. So be glad that I tell you no. No friction.
Ibn is quick-tempered, and I can use that to my advantage. I've confounded and softened him with my previous questions. Now it's time to be specific and ruthless.
Well, yeah.
The mob boss and the pussycat, eh? How did you even meet?
Huh? Are you trying to piss me off, Corpora, so I accidentally let some big secret slip out, huh?
A simple answer would work.
You know, Natasha, she's both connoisseur and muse. How was it? When was it exactly?
You don't remember? That's strange.
Ah, yeah. The millions, of course. It was like another lifetime. It happened right here. Only this place was called the Millions back then.
Yep.
She was a dancer. Behind the scenes, I arranged opportunities for her on the big stage. Yeah, maybe she still doesn't know it was me. Then one day, I invited her for a drink with a promise that if she was willing to meet me, I'd buy the place for her.
Now, I guess she was willing.
The next day, she had the club in her name.
Must be nice to have that kind of cash.
Well, that is romantic.
Yeah, there are many kinds of romance, Birdman. There's cheap and there's expensive. You get what you can afford.
I think they normally call those prostitutes.
Do you live in the same house as Natasha?
Oh, you're really something. Natasha's a free woman, but mostly, yeah, at my place in Goldtown. But she has her own kind of a weekend house.
How often does she use the weekend house?
Yeah, every other weekend. Roughly.
I see. That's very important information.
Yeah, if you say so.
Yes. Yes.
So Natasha feels like she's in grave danger, yet she's still going out alone.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. But I'm 100% sure of her loyalty. She's gone out very rarely since this started, and mostly in my company. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure if you do, but in our social circles, banquets and dinners are frequent.
Are they?
Illegal gambling nights.
You got me there. Yeah, you're right. Natasha is crazy about the roulette wheel.
I feel like that's a dig at cats liking moving objects, but
Always putting it all on the red, right?
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although, yeah, always on the red. Yeah, right.
is that a racism or a stereotype? I don't know anymore.
So, can we meet your lady?
I don't see why not. But first, please, listen to her sing. She's on soon.
No! Fuck. Oh well.
Thank you for your time. We'll be seeing you.
I have no doubt about that, unfortunately.
Hey, we should grab a coffee or something, Olivia.
I got one.
You know, for old time's sake.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Oh,
Please, take a seat. The show's gonna start soon.
Okay. Oh. Oh. 'Cause, 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 green.
Bourbon moon hangs in the sky. My man has left with a golden smile. This is so funny. You can kill me, honey. I'm already dead inside. My body is an empty bottle. Come on, baby, just give us
Sonny.
Sonny?
Sonny.
Sonny. Come back, buddy.
Chloe's still lying in my bed, and it's dead.
That was, unique.
Ended a bit flat, but I enjoyed the beginning.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique compliment before.
Forgive me, my name is Santino Featherland.
I thought so. You look more or less like I imagined.
Okay, but does he smell as much like whiskey as you expected?
More or less.
Sometimes less is more, Mr. Featherland.
You got me.
You were amazing, dear. As always.
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cocktail?
We have switched it. We've gone from racism to pure horny.
But of course.
Ibn will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he'll end the conversation and throw you both out.
With all due respect, ma'am, we're not that easy to get rid of. Doesn't matter who's trying, believe me.
Doesn't matter, he'll do it. That's why I'm telling you. I don't want a scene. My room's upstairs. Meet me there in 20 minutes. Come alone, Sonny. You'd be too conspicuous otherwise.
Hey,
I understand. You know, they call him Target Marty at the station.
I don't have time, Mr. Featherland.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room.
Okay.
3 knocks, a short pause, then another 3.
I'll be waiting. Go, before he comes back.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her.
Agreed.
She wore danger like a perfume. It was simply part of her being, and it attracted me, like light attracts the moth people. I wanted to be the microphone as she whispers her melodies, or the pillow she rests her feet on while reading some cheap romance. I wanted to be her nightdress, barely touching, barely covering her marble skin. But I was a cop, and a lifetime wouldn't be enough to rid myself of what a woman like her hides under her makeup. Keep your distance, Sonny. Just keep your distance.
Trees. I know you're a rooster, but try to contain yourself. I'm looking. I'm eyeballing.
I bet you spend a lot of your time staring into the mirror. Do you even recognize yourself?
Maybe
Wow.
you were trying to be rude, but, you know, that's a very good question.
I was just trying to be rude.
Oh, really? Well, then I'm sorry.
Don't mention it.
What? What?
You got a beautiful place here, Natasha. A peaceful little island on the ocean of madness, with very classy furniture.
But also, what?
Ibn likes me surrounded by elegant things, you know?
You're an elegant thing yourself, sweetheart.
And covered in satin.
Oh, that's charming. Thank you, detective.
Fucking naked.
Gee, that is a unique picture. And kind of daring. I admit I've never seen anything quite like it before.
Yes, I admit it's a little daring. I keep it. It evokes good memories. A precious old friend of mine. A most wonderful artist.
He's got an eye, that's for sure, considering his model.
Was that supposed to be some kind of compliment?
Me compliment? No.
I don't know. I don't compliment often. Not on purpose, anyway.
I've noticed.
Oh, you're funny.
Okay, let's make with the questioning. Wait, I'm looking.
This woman's aware of her charm, and she knows how to use it.
The most
A
dangerous
rare
kind of
and
woman.
dangerous combination.
How do you like your bourbon, Mr. Featherland?
On the rocks?
In a glass. But thanks, I had a couple before I came. I feel like this may be a long night.
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
I get offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you are a funny guy.
Funny Ming.
So I've been told. Anyway, lovely room.
Little small.
Yes. Look, Mr. Featherland.
It's sunny. Saves us a lot of time.
I keep going to her tail wagging in the bottom right corner of the screen, and it's like weirdly mesmerizing.
Okay, Sonny.
So, why am I here?
You know, men tend to babble in my presence.
I can't imagine why.
It must be exhausting.
It is. But you're not the type to beat around the bush.
No, I kind of attack the bush.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant questions?
I've asked you here so you can do what you do best.
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you. But if you'd rather be drinking...
Oh, you do have a sense of humor. How reassuring.
No, he's right.
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite common.
Oh, please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop, Sonny. It would undoubtedly suit you, but I've seen you scanning my room. From the second you set foot in here, you started working, and everything I say gets sorted in your brain. Am I right?
But I am an alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop.
That's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it's something like that.
Well then, Sonny, come at me.
Oh, that's something I don't hear often. With pleasure.
Okay.
Natasha is a confident woman. I can exploit that. But I must be careful. Every part of her oozes danger.
On the other hand, she's oozing.
That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Do you perform here frequently? You're also the owner, if I'm not mistaken.
Sadly, I don't have the time, but the stage still calls my name, and I perform just a few times a year, and always with a new song.
It's a shame, because you have a beautiful singing voice.
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that's what you mean. Yes.
She's also got fingernails like daggers. Aha! The picture.
The picture on the wall is quite daring.
Only if you knew how old I was at the time.
Stranger danger!
I think I'm on a slippery slope here.
Come on, don't be shy. Ask me.
All right. How old were you?
Did you really believe I'd tell you?
You're quite a player, aren't you?
Life is anything but a game, detective.
You tell me.
What if it's just the most dangerous game? But I did get +5. Nice. Both of these are good questions. But theoretically, only one of these is what she called me here for and what I'm technically doing. We don't have anything on even right now.
Do you think one of your admirers might be behind the threats?
Those who admire me usually idolize me. No, I don't think it's one of them.
Yes. But what if they wanted you for themselves?
You know, the soul of an animal is extremely complicated. Sometimes all it takes is a bad look or some small rejection to turn admiration into hate.
That's a stillborn theory. No one hates me if they once loved me, Mr. Detective.
Sounds like you're a little full of yourself.
Ah, I see.
Cold. Interesting. Why Deborah?
Why Deborah? She's a nice girl, but why didn't you come to me?
Didn't you ask her the same thing already?
Yes, but she was a starry-eyed doe.
I did, but I like to hear it from all sides.
Well, since this whole thing started, I admit I'm not too keen on leaving my home. When I do, it's only with an escort.
I see.
Ibn Wessler has nothing to do with this?
Ibn has everything to do with me. Almost everything. But I didn't want to upset him with this. He thinks I'm overreacting.
Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared. Now I must concentrate to finally find out what I want to know.
Scared.
What was in those threats, exactly?
Scaredy cat, you might say.
The message itself is not a threat. It's just a word.
But a word again and again is threatening.
Exactly.
So?
You really don't have any idea which word could be used for a woman like me?
Harlot? Sellout.
I guess I do. Yes, I think I know what it could be.
Traitor?
Whore.
Oh. First one.
Cat got your tongue?
Whack.
Am I right? You heard it.
I
I
did?
said what you were thinking. And yes, that was in the message. That was printed on the paper and painted on my wall in giant red letters.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
No, I shouldn't bring up Filmar. No one's seen the culprit then?
No one's ever seen the culprit? Not even a shadow?
That's one of the most curious things. Ibn has men everywhere, literally, my shadows, ghosts in every alley. But no one saw anything.
That would be trouble.
One of them could be the culprit.
Ibn pays his animals well, and he's the most dangerous man in the city. A combination that nullifies your theory, I believe.
Maybe, ma'am. Love is capable of insane miracles and miraculous insanity.
What poetry. Did you ever think about writing a book?
Yes, it's currently on my desk.
Never. I'm afraid I'd learn too much about myself.
Maybe that's the point. I would read about you. Not like the chicken police Pulp Fiction.
Furry hell. Do you read that trash?
Like everyone else in the city.
Wait.
Oh, great.
I think it's flattering, even as badly written tales of heroes in the gutter.
You enjoy it?
Oh, just a little, Sonny. Just a little.
She's playing me like a damn fiddle! So it's not a fan, not an inside job. Or dark shadow from the past, an ex-lover, husband. I see both of these as reasonable questions. But one is me spitballing, and the other is asking for ideas. And I feel like asking for ideas is giving less game away.
So it's not a fan and not an inside job. Who do you suspect?
Aren't you supposed to know that?
Woman! Don't tell me how to do my job!
Usually, yes. But I've got nothing to go on. And you don't have a hunch.
Maybe I do. But first, I want to know if you'll even accept my case.
I'm here, aren't I?
That's true, but I must know if I can trust you.
What do you want to know?
The proof of the pudding is in the eating.
I wish it was that simple.
How do you figure?
Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Enough games. It's time to know why I'm here. Let's stop beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you, no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply a manipulator, or you're really that desperate.
Why not both?
I really know her. I'm not lying.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse, too? Forgive me, but I don't think so.
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
But rude and cynical is literally his personality.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are at my throat.
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you would help me. That's what you're famous for.
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't work.
Bourbon does.
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought your wife into this.
You're right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore. On paper she is, but I haven't seen her in years.
Feels bad, man.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Really?
Awkward silence.
I did. I knew. I checked you out before I sent Deborah.
Luck me. This case is getting more and more intriguing.
We know she played us, so... I hate both of these questions.
What exactly do you want from me?
You are really as good as they say you are. And I'm not selling lucky dips, Sonny. Find them, whoever they are, and...
Whatever it takes.
Not exactly, but something like that.
You know, if I didn't see the speck of fear behind the confidence shining in your eyes, I wouldn't take the case.
I'm not afraid.
You're terrified, Natasha. Don't be ashamed.
You must solve this. As soon as you can. Money's not an issue.
Interesting. I missed one question, apparently. Interesting.
Just one more thing, Sonny.
Yeah!
Natasha,
Please, come to 37 Rochester Street in Flowertown tonight. I'd like to show you something that could be of a great help in your investigation.
Yeah?
I was afraid this was coming. Why there? Why not here and now?
It's something I keep hidden there. I won't take the risk of Ibn or one of his men seeing it.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous to keep secrets from?
Sonny, a woman is naked without her secrets. I knew you would understand.
Oh yeah, I understand everything. So, when do we meet? The night is almost over.
I'll be there in an hour. Don't Be early, and don't be too late.
Look, Natasha, you know,
Please, this is very important to me.
sure, I get it. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Until later, Natasha.
Goodbye, Sonny.
Oh, hey. Acha-cha.
Well,
She was naked.
Weren't you supposed to be waiting in the car?
I was bored to tears, Sonny. I also thought maybe something happened to you.
It's
You
okay.
thought Natasha had eaten me alive, huh?
Well, who knows? You're such a fragile little thing.
Wow.
I'm too old for this, Marty.
I'm too old for this shit.
Then next time, leave the dangerous predators to me.
Wow.
I didn't mean that, Marty. I meant you.
Oh.
Oh.
Whoa! Where's the exit? How do I get out of here? Olivia? Alone? Olivia. Alone.
Wessler's...
Olivia Blackwig. You think she knows anything useful?
Oh.
It's worth a try, Marty, but let me do the talking. She's not very fond of you.
To be fair, she's not very fond of
What
us.
can I say? You know, back in the day, I flew from tree to tree. I was a free bird. Maybe I was playing her a bit.
Oh, it's you.
It's me.
How can I help you, gentlemen?
Look, we really don't want to dig into your personal life, but
But what exactly is my relationship with Mr. Wessler? And how close am I to him?
Yeah.
you don't beat around the bush, ma'am.
If I hear one more person say beat around the bush, I swear to God.
Well, actually, I remember.
I don't have time to chit-chat, Mr. Featherland. So yes, I'm not one to beat around the bush. And no, I'm not sleeping with Mr. Wessler.
Well, thanks for the quick and straight answer.
Anything else?
Asking.
Do you come here often, Olivia?
No, not really.
Well, okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. You know, Ibn's not as ferocious as you'd think. On the contrary, he's become very different recently.
I'd heard about that.
I heard. Don't you find that weird? A sudden change of heart?
Sometimes an animal just has enough. Fed up and wants a change. I deeply respect that.
Well, thank you for your honesty, ma'am. What's your relationship with Miss Natasha Katsenko?
We've talked a bit, that's all.
There's no tension between you? You know, the pretty secretary.
Well, thank you for your compliment, Mr. Featherland. No, no tension. Natasha's an intelligent woman. I respect her.
Fair.
Is that mutual?
That I can't tell.
Fair. Weekend house.
If I'm not mistaken, Natasha has a weekend house in Flowerville.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Can you tell me anything about it?
I've never been there. Allegedly, it's beautiful. Elegant and luxurious. Just like Natasha herself.
Alright. Wait, can I talk to the henchman?
Excuse me, pal. My name is Santino Featherland.
Gabriel, what do you want? Chickens.
Do you happen to know where Mr. Wessler went?
Do you take me for a fool? Get out of here while I'm in a good mood, birds.
Okay. Thanks, big boy.
Not sure if that was a scoff or he was clearing his throat full of phlegm. Okay, well, Fillmore! How you doing?
So, have you talked to Natasha?
Yeah.
In fact, yes. She was, kind of mysterious.
I bet she was. You know, I've never abandoned a case before. Not voluntarily, anyway. But that woman...
She called you first?
You're, too old for this shit, huh?
As you say, pal.
That's exactly how I felt, too.
Before you leave, take this and examine it closely.
I shall use my eyeballs.
What is it?
The reason I've decided all of this is not worth it for me.
Wow, that sounds encouraging.
Take care of yourselves, guys. This case, maybe it goes deeper than you'd think.
Oh, that makes my feathers stand on end.
Ah, old croakers. You're safe while I'm here.
Squinting. squinting.
Okay, I didn't say anything.
Big squint. What happened? What'd I get? Numbers?
We stepped into it, didn't we?
Did we?
We stepped...
Key.
Come to daddy, darling.
Okay. Well then. Fillmore must know something Natasha won't tell. Yeah, I did that. He's trying to change the subject. When it comes to threats, he knows more than he's willing to tell. Yeah, he does. Natasha's afraid and her fear is genuine, but isn't telling me everything. I don't like it. She knows I'm Molly. Threatening message is simply poor. It's brief. Invited me to the weekend house and showed me something. Did I get new codex? I did not. Okay. Well.
Of all that's furry, what kind of a list is this?
Yeah.
Exactly. I have no idea, but I don't even want to find out.
Wow.
Those names, all top dogs. Maybe they play cards together.
Do they?
Sure, that's very likely.
Is it?
Anyway, I pried this list out of a dead man's hand. Somebody dropped him outside the forest, a few miles from the Wessler residence.
I should have known she was keeping secrets.
Keeping secrets? She's the secret herself.
Thanks, Fillmore. This could be important.
Don't thank me. Maybe I've just signed your death warrant.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, shut up, Marty.
Calling Booze darling. It's kind of weird, don't you think?
Says someone who calls his gun collection his harem.
Touche. I'll shut it.
Good birdie.
All right. Well, at that point, what we got? Okay. Yep. Weekend house is where we got to go. Is there any other? Okay. I think next time we might check out the hop dog just in case. It's a quick skip and a hop, but that's gonna have to do it for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed the questioning. Then you'll join me next time for more Chicken Police true crime drama. Bye for now.